Hey everyone, it's Angie again, and I made a video a little while ago. I took it down because it wasn't really important anyway. But anyway, um, one of the things that I really is like I'm seeing so much. It's one thing to get something off your chest. It's always good to talk about what's going on in your life. But the thing is to try to maintain a good attitude, a good positive attitude while discussing things that bother you, because it's important, because the energy that you put out is what you're going to get back. And I deal with this all the time. It's a mind exercise to be able to maintain a positive state of mind all the time, or most of the time, when things aren't going well around us, when we want peace around us. You have to understand that every time we think something negative and we put our hearts into that negativity and we focus only on things that we don't like, instead of saying or thinking positive things like, well, I wish this situation would get better, or being optimistic about bad situations that we don't like, that are, because negative energies can hurt you, like, physically, and they can weaken your immune system. Being negative all the time, you'll be sick more often. But like I say, it's very important, especially when you're around other people. The more negative you are, the more that negative energy comes in contact with other people, and it can also happen with you. People that are negative around you, that can rub off on you, and then it's like it's back and forth, and the only way to stop it is being strong enough. If you really want a positive life, and you want to be naturally happy, you have to, and I know exactly how it feels. It sucks when it's left up to you to be the strong one within the circle of people that are in your environment, that always has to maintain that positive state of mind. I know really how hard it is. And it's very hard, and it seems unfair. But the thing is some people are satisfied with the negativity that's in their lives. They have no problem with it. They can sit there and argue all day, be mad all day, and it won't affect them at all, because that's what they like to do. But if you do want people around you to be happier, you have to force yourself, teach yourself, and practice controlling your own mind to think about things that are not going to make you be negative. Like I said, every time that we're negative, if I was to sit here and think a negative thought about my current situation, instead of being grateful for what I have, then that energy will go straight to my mom, and then she might turn out to be in a bad mood, and won't even know why, because I'm sitting here being negative, and that energy is going right to her. So I have to respect the energies, and if you know you're strong, you know you can do it, you think you're a strong person, okay, then it shouldn't be that hard to trump your negativity with your positive energy by being in a good mood, no matter what is going on, no matter what your attitude. That's why a lot of people are really successful in life when it comes to, and it's something that I'm trying to practice myself, especially dealing in hectic situations, stressful environments. Very successful people will stay calm and still be positive, and that's how they remain successful. That's how things don't fall apart. It's something that you have to be very skilled at. I mean, it's got to be something you really want. And I just want people to be very aware that every time you send out a negative energy and you're around people, it's gonna rub off on them. And then, so it's up to you and only you to be happy and choose to be happy and try to find something and appreciate whatever it is that can make you smile. If it's music, if it's videos on Facebook, whatever, if it's looking outside at the sky and watching the clouds go by. I mean, that's something that I love to do. But it's got to be something. And or just be happy that you're alive. Just be happy, be grateful for your life that God gave you. I know it's hard sometimes, especially like you feel like you're alone and it feels like nobody's there for you, but you are somebody and you're there for yourself. And people are there for you. You just have to appreciate the people that are there in your lives, no matter, and accept them for who they are. Otherwise, you're gonna have a bad time. You have to appreciate and accept the people that are in your lives. If it's your family, your friends, if you want to be friends with them, you have to accept them for the way that they are, because that's what you want them to do for you, right? If you cannot accept somebody for the way that they are, don't expect them to accept you. If somebody lives a certain way, then you have to accept that. And that's the only way that you can be positive about the situation, is when you accept it. Because as long as we're resisting the current situation, because we have to understand that the current situation can change at any given moment. But it's not going to change unless we are ready and prepared to experience that change. We want, when we're in a bad mood, we want, something to happen and everything just go away and we feel better. It doesn't always work that way, because chances are whatever it is that makes us smile when we are sad, it's not going to last. And when that goes away, that sadness returns. And I mean, that's something that I deal with too. Like when I do get sad or in bad mood or something, because we're dealing with energies everywhere. It can be astrological. It could be anything, these waves, radio waves that travel frequencies and stuff, they have an effect on us. So, it's sometimes we have to be aware, and that's why we talk so much about the awakening, so that you can be aware of the energies that you're putting out. And that's what we're trying to help people by letting them know that, what you think about the energy that you put out does coming back to you. And there are some people that will not think twice about returning that energy that you sent out. And it's just, but like I say, you have to be able to control and be aware of the energy. And it's a very real thing. But yeah, like I was saying, it doesn't work that we can just be in a bad mood and then something happens and then everything's better. we have to, like, with me, I have to force myself sometimes to remind myself that this mind right here, I can make myself be happy at any time, whenever I want to, you know. Um, and and I'm not sure, but I don't think that a lot of people are aware that they have this ability, because so many people are choosing to be upset and negative about the things that are going on in their lives. Well, sometimes it seems like it's not much to appreciate, but it really is, though. We have to appreciate what we have, especially if we want better. Because if we don't appreciate what we have, that next blessing will come around and see that you don't already appreciate the blessings that you have. Why would anybody give you another blessing? You know, especially dealing with people. If you can't appreciate the time that people do take out for you, then, you know, how do you expect them to keep giving you more time? But that's just something. I want people to be able to understand that it's very important to be positive minded if you want a good life. If not, if you don't want to be positive minded and you don't want a good life, keep being negative, keep complaining, keep being ungrateful, but don't, you know what I'm saying? It's nobody else's fault. If you're not grateful for what you have, I understand. I completely understand that things get bad sometimes. I understand that oh so well. I really do. But that never stopped me from being myself and being happy to be who I am. You have to be happy to be who you are in your own mind. It's not about what you can and can't do and your abilities. It's about just you living and breathing. And when you understand, when you appreciate what you have, it alleviates a lot of pain. Because the negativity is keeping a lot of that pain in place. And I mean, I hope this is kind of helpful if anybody's like going through things that they don't understand with the people that are around them in their environment. And like I said, I'm not perfect. I have my times where I get upset also. And, you know, when I realize that things aren't the way that I want them to be, of course I get upset. But I try not to let that stop me from doing what I need to do to move forward and create the life that I want for myself. You should never stop trying, never stop trying. You know, the moment we start complaining is the moment that we stop trying. If something isn't the way that we want it, just go around it. Keep going. Focus on what you want. It's out there. Whatever you want is out there. So don't give up. You have to stay positive though. You have to stay in a good mood. You have to stay calm. And not be so upset. Which I know that this world is so upsetting sometimes, but you know, I know that we're all stronger than this. Like, it's just you know, I really don't know what to say. I don't know what I could possibly do to help some people like that are in these situations that are clearly and solely bad experiences going on in their lives only because of the thoughts that they have and the energy that they put out. And in a lot of cases that is all it is. There's nothing else to it. And so I'm working on my energies, and I hope that you all can take the time and work on your energies too, so that you can be happy anytime you want to be, no matter what the situation. Love who you are.